Good afternoon. Mayor Tim Keller says the legislature dropped the ball this session and not doing more for the homeless in New Mexico. He says this is more than an Albuquerque problem. News 13's Ariana Kraft reports the mayor says there's not enough housing or help to tackle the problem.
I also believe that, homelessness in the metro area is a statewide worthy issue that we need help on.
But legislation like House Bill 65 got stalled during the legislative session.
You've got a very short-term focus because it's an election cycle, and people want to put money into their neighborhoods, and that's very natural and normal in an election year.
Even though national stats show New Mexico has the highest rate of chronic homelessness, the city requested $30 million for the Gateway Center, and only about $400,000 was allocated for the capital outlay project.
We would argue, right, that funding things like the Gateway Center helps homelessness anywhere in the metro area. But, they often view it as like, well, that facility is in one particular district.
The Gateway Center will run as a new around-the-clock homeless shelter.
We are putting funding into it. We have the community safety department, and we're doing, X amount of hundreds of more vouchers literally every day.
Low-income apartments and homes are scarce in New Mexico. These people are one step away from homelessness. The New Mexico Center on Law and Poverty add the state has some of the shortest and strictest timeframes when it comes to eviction.
This bill, amongst other things, would have extended timeframes so that tenants have the opportunity to get caught up on rent and pay the landlord the rent that they are owed.
Mayor Keller says there's not enough money to deal with mental health and drug addiction in the homeless population.
There's also issues around funding the behavioral health system that was dismantled, now about 10 years ago. We have to rebuild that.
Ariana Kraft, KRQE News 13.
Mayor Keller says he would like to see the legislature called into special session to deal with the homeless situation. In a 30-day session, he says legislators don't have the time to focus on this issue.